Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over some of the main lures we use for creek fishing and some small ponds. And we're going to start off with just some hooks. These are some eagle claw bait holders, and then I'll show you one out of the package. This is what it looks like. It has two barbs right on the top right there, and then obviously one in the center. I'm gonna put a post-it note so it's a little bit easier to see right there. And then there's also a couple other hooks that we use, and then we also have this other small hook, slightly different, just doesn't have the two barbs at the end. And then this is a normal like worm hook that you would find, and just to compare the size, so yeah, we're using pretty small hooks. We also have some like 3-prong treble hooks that we use, but those are mostly the hooks we use. And then sometimes we would be using hooks with this power eggs. This is lemon lime green. I haven't used these too much, and these ones are actually slow sinking. They don't really float, mostly slow sinking. And also the other bait that we're going to be using is some balls of fire. And then these are the actually pink shrimp ones. I actually have the normal red ones, the normal red salmon egg pink shrimp ones too. I have a couple different types of this. And the next lure on the list is this like rooster tail spinner kind of thing. I have it in the package so you can kind of see what it looks like more, but it has some feathers. This one works really good. This one's not too heavy, because on the spinner I'm going to show you in a second that one's a bit heavy, and sometimes when you're trying to throw it, it sinks pretty fast, especially if you're in a small pond. So this is the spinner right here. This one's obviously quite a bit heavier than the other spinner. Size comparison, quite a bit heavier. This is good for trout, bluegill, kind of a lot of different species of fish. So that's the next lure. And then this lure, you may recognize it from the biggest versus smallest fishing lure challenge. We use this one, and then this one's also great because it's like a small little minnow. And then the barbless hook's kind of easy to get out for some small bluegill, bass, kind of, and then some sucker fish. So yeah, that lure. And then also we use this topwater frog because there's a few ponds down there that have some pretty big bass, and then that would bite this. And then let's get a size comparison to this. So not too much bigger than that. And then as you can see, just trim the tails. We have a couple different variants of this. And then I have like a more normal sized frog right here. You can obviously tell that it's quite a bit smaller than a normal frog. Let's put that one back. And also when we are using the hooks, we're also using worms. And then this is kind of a small bobber we have some bigger ones. And then also sometimes if we're trying to get through the weeds, we will use little drop shot weight. This is a pretty small one. We have some other bigger ones like this one. And then we also sometimes we will use a swivel, kind of depends. And then one last lure on our list is this little crankbait jerk bait, and then this one works pretty good. It's not too big like some of the other ones. Like this one is more of a normal size one. You can obviously see a bit smaller. It's kind of hard to tell how small this is, but this is a pretty small lure, about the size of my thumb. And then we've caught quite a few bass on this one. So yeah, and then obviously for like if we're going for craws, we're going to be using this. This is a craw, hollow and inside. The tail's not actually hollow. You can use this with a small jig head or a hook that I showed you earlier. So yeah, these are pretty good. And then we also have a couple more hooks. I'm not sure if I have them with me. Okay, I don't have them with me, but there's basically a jig head similar to this, obviously a lot smaller, about the size of this hook right here, but it's like a jig head, and then it has like a little like circle pink part, and then there's also one with the green that we can use to put on worms and stuff. Or if you run out of bait, you can just use that. So these are some pretty cool lures. Actually, this one is just like, the color is really good. So this, just show you all the stuff that we have. And there's a couple other lures we use, and then we've used some different types of, like different types of power bait, and then we have like some of the power bait that is like a paste kind of, and we've used those quite a bit. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and we are going to be doing a bunch more giveaways. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of June. We've been trying to get out a lot of good videos. We're going to have a bunch of creek videos. We're going to have some trail builds. There's going to be a couple parts of that, and then the dam build, obviously that one. And we're going to have a bunch of nap videos, so make sure to stay tuned for those, and turn on post notifications so you never miss any of our videos. And here's also one of the other things right there. Just put that in. Thanks for watching.